Yo, quick video. Today I want to talk about the hypocrisy and the outrage of the power scaling. People keep saying, oh, the power scale is broken. Like, how? Now, I admit the power scale is not completely perfect, but it's not completely terrible either. First of all, the power scale has always been janky since the original Dragon Ball. Like, people only say the power scaling is messed up because it's convenient, and they don't like a certain character, and they don't agree with the direction that Toei and Akira Toriyama and the writers are going with the show. And I don't always agree with everything, but if you don't have like a one-dimensional thinking, if you think outside the box, using different perspective, it's not that bad as people are making it out to be. You know, I'm including like the writing for the show. It's not that bad. First of all, the power scaling has been changing since the original Dragon Ball. I can give you a couple of examples, like Master Roshi. This dude's been living like for 100 years. It took him that long to master the Kamehameha wave, and Goku, he can just do it in like 5 seconds. And it didn't even take Krillin that long to get it. Or Yamcha. And Tien, he just got it just by watching Master Roshi doing it. I mean, at their first tournament, Goku and Krillin, they almost equal Master Roshi. Even though Master Roshi, he's been training like for 100 years. I mean, Krillin and Goku, Tien, Yamcha, like some of these main characters in Dragon Ball, they got a lot of potential as humans. But when you say this about the Universe 6 saying, oh, they got potential, and people like, they don't want to hear that excuse. But you accept the fact that Goku, Krillin, and them surpassed Master Roshi, and Master Roshi's been doing this martial arts shit for like 100 years. And Krillin, he got to get bailed out by Goku, even though he rivals Goku. Like, he got beat up by General Blue, and Goku, he beat General Blue somehow. And another example, like when Goku was fighting Mercenary Tao, like Goku could not fuck with Mercenary Tao. Mercenary Tao was getting Goku that business. And then when they had that last fight, Mercenary Tao was giving Goku the business, but all of a sudden Goku just started kicking his ass. Like, no one complained about power scaling back then. Another one. Goku, no, not Goku, but Krillin. Krillin got killed by Tambourine, one of King Piccolo's minions, but Yamcha, an injured Yamcha, he's able to hold his own against him. He didn't get one-shotted, but a healthy Krillin got one-shotted. Really? No one's calling the power scaling out in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but we want to bitch about Super. Another one. Tien, he getting dropped by King Piccolo's minions, and he's supposed to be on the same level as Goku. Before Goku drank that water, it gave him a power boost. He fought against King Piccolo. I mean, Tien, he's supposed to be second to Goku in Dragon Ball during that time, and he got dropped by minions? I mean, he should be dropping the minions and fighting King Piccolo. And most likely get dropped by King Piccolo, but we're talking about Tien here. And then people, I remember, you know what? I'm just gonna start calling names out for now, man. I can't do this shit no more. I remember when Mazaku, he was complaining, like saying that it was bullshit how Frost, he used the Mafuba on Vegeta, and why couldn't Vegeta just break out, reverse that himself? First of all, he caught Vegeta off guard. And second, how is it bullshit that Frost learned the Mafuba, well, learn how to deflect the Mafuba, but when this has been done before? You know what? Another one. Y'all know when Frost deflected the Mafuba, and some people was mad about that. And they were saying, why couldn't Vegeta reflect it? First of all, he caught Vegeta off guard, and second, it's not bullshit that Frost deflected the Mafuba. I mean, they try to say the same thing about Future Trunks. It's bullshit how he learned the Mafuba, but it took Goku training. They probably just did that just to write something in for Goku. They just probably wrote it like that to give Goku something to do while Vegeta, he out there training Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Because in Dragon Ball, Tien learned the Mafuba just by watching Master Roshi. I mean, Kami knows the Mafuba, and there's no hints of him trying to train to use the Mafuba. Piccolo used the Mafuba. No, he deflected the Mafuba on his first go. Yeah, one more in Dragon Ball, one more. When Piccolo, this dude survived a beam struggle against a super Kamehameha wave, but he gets taken out with a freaking headbutt, a flying headbutt. No one said anything about that. No one's basically these logic tards. Like, people think that anime is just supposed to be 100% logical. It's fiction. That's why I hate when these guys nitpick, because they just think too much into it. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Z. It had a lot of inconsistencies in there. The reason no one's complaining about that is because of nostalgia. They fanboys. The same way they're saying that, oh, you're just still watching Super because of nostalgia. Okay, the same thing can be applied to the haters and the complainers. Like, the people who are complaining about Super is doing it because of nostalgia. I mean, look at Dragon Ball Z. You got people saying that, oh, strategy doesn't mean anything. If you have the power level, you can just blitz, speed blitz somebody, or just knock them out in one strike. And here's the thing. Look at Goku and Piccolo when they faced Raditz. Raditz was like 2 times stronger than Goku and Piccolo, but yet they were still able to hang in there with him. Like, that shouldn't even been the battle. Raditz, you seen the way Raditz went behind Goku and Piccolo? Like, that should have been over right there. But they drugged out the episode. They even managed to kill Raditz, someone who's like over 2 times stronger than him. No one complained about that. No one said Special Being Cannon is an ass pull. No one's talking about the fact that the humans like Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien training with Kami, they was above Raditz. And Goku didn't even get that strong when he was training with Kami. But Krillin and Tien and Yamcha did. But you can also say because they was a lot stronger in experience when Goku started training with Kami. But again, no one would say that's an ass pull. You know, look at when Gohan just get these random power-ups and overpower the villain they face. No one calls that ass pull. You know, no one calls the ass pull when Krillin, he held off Frieza so that Gohan get healed. And we like to talk about how great the Super Saiyan form was, but like if Dragon Ball Z came out today, people would call it an ass pull. Like, I can name you a few more inconsistencies in Dragon Ball Z. Like Android 17 and 18, they was like once human, but they got modified with cybernetics, and somehow they're stronger than Frieza and regular Super Saiyans. But Metal Frieza, an alien, a galactic tyrant, powerful alien with cybernetics enhancements, he barely got a power up. Himself and Android 19, they're stronger than Frieza. Android 16, stronger than Frieza and Super Saiyans. And Imperfect Cell was pretty OP when he was absorbing people, and he had like the DNA and the powers of all the top characters. Well, a lot of top characters in the show. But he's not super OP. And Android 16, a man-made machine, was still able to fight against him. Like it was even more inconsistencies in Dragon Ball Z, but I'm not going to sit here and name all of them. Like, people like to complain about the power scaling because they disagree on how things are being written. Like, I argue with somebody, well, not really argue, but I was just discussing with somebody on the live chat. I was in the live chat and discussing power levels with somebody. Someone said just because they're like, their powers are like high doesn't mean they should be getting these forms easily. They should build it up. And to me, I just couldn't agree with that. It didn't make sense for someone who's like, for example, Vegeto's level in their base. So you saying that they should just take like another 100 episodes to get Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3? Like, it doesn't make sense. Why make them take that long while they can just get them like that? Like, just because it took like Goku and Vegeta like 100 episodes to get Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3 doesn't mean that every single Saiyan should take that long to get it. And people saying, you know what, people, they exaggerate the shit. They keep saying, well, Goku and Vegeta, they had to train so hard to get these Saiyan transformations. No, like, you put an emphasis on the word training to make it more than what it is. Dude, they didn't get these forms just by training. They got these forms based on certain circumstances. Like when Goku, he turned Super Saiyan because Krillin got killed in front of him. The rage he felt awakened the power. And Vegeta, he became Super Saiyan based on the same thing, but his rage was mainly focused on himself. Like, he literally trained beyond and above. It shows you that training is not the end-all be-all when it comes to transforming to Super Saiyan. You have to use the process as a whole, not just the training, but like utilizing your emotions, like your anger, not just training. Like, you can train till you're black and blue in the face. That doesn't mean you're going to turn Super Saiyan. And the only reason Vegeta turned Super Saiyan because he snapped. He realized that he's never going to catch up with Kakarot. Well, Goku. He realized that he would never catch up with Goku. And that kind of made him snap. I mean, look at Trunks. Future Trunks was already Super Saiyan in the manga. Like, that Future Trunks movie was just, it really wasn't canon. It was just a special. I mean, they showed him in the manga. Future Gohan in his base form, he can overpower Super Saiyan Trunks. Or at least Team Trunks. And it goes to what I was saying about these transformations on the earlier video. People saying that it shouldn't matter. The Batara earrings, it doesn't matter. It's still Super Saiyan Blue. Or it doesn't matter if he's suppressed, it's still a God transformation. I mean, you guys are salty, man. Saying, oh, well, they trained all these years to unlock these transformations, and they can just get it in one episode. Like, get out your feelings. And y'all act like Goku and Vegeta, Gohan, them, they was just training just to get these transformations, not the training to get naturally stronger. It was just to unlock these transformations. Really? Like, okay, if you believe that, if that makes you feel better, okay. To me, they were just training just to get stronger naturally. And these transformations, they were just collateral. That's how I'm taking it. And to go back with the Future Gohan, like, his base form was stronger than Trunks as a Super Saiyan. If you look at the manga, and this goes to what I said in like an earlier video. People were saying like, it shouldn't matter if they're using Batara earrings. It doesn't matter if they're suppressed. It's still a God transformation. Like, you guys are making it more than what it is. Because you're using the word God. It don't matter if it's God or not. Like, they can suppress their power. And idiots are going to say, it don't matter if they suppress the Super Saiyan Blue. No, it does matter. Because they can suppress that power. If it doesn't matter, how come Bulma's still alive? I mean, Beer smacked the shit out of Bulma. Still alive. But Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta somehow became more powerful than Goku. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gotenks, and Ultimate Gohan. And he was wrecking beers. And obviously he was suppressed. But no one's going to say the power level is fucked up. The power scaling is fucked up. No one's going to bitch about that. If there was Kyle and Khalifa dominating or suppressed bears like that, y'all be outraged, y'all be raging, but a Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta can do it. I hate that certain characters get a pass, like Vegeta and Gohan. I mean, Goku smacked the shit. Well, he pushed the shit out of Chi-Chi through a wall as a Super Saiyan. She's still alive. Suppress. I mean, Krillin threw a rock at Goku's head and that shit hurt like a motherfucker. Suppress. So it doesn't matter about the form. People can suppress and catch up. Like, depending on the potential and in the training of these characters, they can get a power boost. I mean, look at Vegito from the Goku Black art in the manga. Like, his base form was like above blue. You know, Vegeta base is above Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. He was getting smashed on. And the power scale on Frieza, like, people was complaining about Frieza, and I'm not really too against them on that, but we have to understand from a writing aspect, like, they wanted to bring this character back, and obviously he has to have some relevancy, so they're going to have to write something in there for him. Look, this is how it goes in anime in general, or writing in general. Sometimes there's going to be some inconsistencies. Sometimes it's going to be like that because writers have to write around things. They have to write things in to carry on the story. It's not that it's bad writing, not necessary all the time, but sometimes they have to write things in to carry on the story, to progress the plot. And I'm not saying that everything should be justified. What I'm saying that it's just what comes with the territory. Even if you don't completely agree with it, as long as something makes sense, I think it's alright. Even if you don't completely agree with it, at least it somewhat makes sense. And the thing is, he trained for 6 months. And it's not like his base form, his regular forms, or like Super Saiyan Blue level or something like that. He got incredibly strong because of his potential. He never trained a day in his life because he was a prodigy. Like, his potential was that high. So they had him train for about 4 to 6 months. And he was super powerful, which makes sense. And the thing is, that form added the tip on the icing. That form made a difference. So that's why he's on Super Saiyan Blue level. It's not just because of his training, but because of that form. And he was still weaker. Like, he was still weaker than Goku. It's just his form was slightly stronger. His golden form. And look at 17. Like, actually, if you look at it, 17 makes more sense than anybody. I mean, he's been trained for 10 plus years. You have to give him a pass. You can at least give him a pass. Because, like, people saying, oh, it's Super Saiyan Blue, how he trained? How did he get strong? How did he get that strong? Because people are saying, oh, it's Super Saiyan Blue though. How did he get that strong just by training? Like, come on, people. How long you think it takes for somebody to get strong in Super Saiyan Blue? 100 years, 200 years, 300 years? Like, that's unreasonable. No one's gonna write it like that. They're gonna write something. They're gonna write a way for him to get strong. And 17 makes sense out of all of them, out of Frieza and Gohan. At least he's been putting some form of work in, and his potential is high. That's what Akira Toriyama said, and it kind of made sense because his potential was stronger than the Super Saiyan. This dude was a regular human being, and he got some cyber enhancement, and all of a sudden he's like above Super Saiyan level, regular Super Saiyan level. So if he trains, he can get really, really strong. Man, this guy has high potential. I mean, he can train all night and all day if he wanted to and not get tired. And people saying stuff to try to dismiss his power scaling, saying, well, he was on an island for over like 10 years training with animals. That's not, come on, man. You know that's not what kind of training he did. He probably most likely trained after he had some free time. Because I don't think he trains when he's working. Like, come on, man. Y'all just trying to be dismissive. And I mentioned Gohan in my other video, but I'm going to mention him again in this video. How come Gohan can get a pass, but the Universe 6 Saiyans can't, and Trunks can't? Everybody's bitching about Kel Khalifa, but no one's bitching about how Ultimate Gohan is seemingly rivaling Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And just doing few... Look, Gohan wasn't even at his full potential in Dragon Ball Super until now. They just retconned the ultimate potential. The writers seemingly retconned this shit. Like, I thought him unlocking his potential, unlocking his powers, I thought all that was in his base form. But apparently now it's a form, another source of power. I mean, if you think about it that way, it would kind of make sense. But, like, before the Tournament of Power started, when he was training with Piccolo, he unlocked his peak. And what's strange to me, I thought Ultimate Gohan during the Dragon Ball Z was his peak. I thought that was just all his latent potential unlocked. But apparently he can still get stronger. I'm not really mad, it is what it is, but this dude is training like a few hours after that, after he unlocked this peak. And when he was fighting with Goku, this dude is on par. He's hanging in there with base Goku. And Super Saiyan 2 Goku, like, I wasn't really complaining. I enjoyed the episode, but I still thought it was bullshit. Like, Goku in his base should be dicking Gohan, Ultimate Gohan. The training he had with Whis made him stronger than anybody in Z in his base form. I call Goku from Super Saiyan Beyond God Goku because of his training with Whis. And then he's hanging with Super Saiyan 2 Saiyan Beyond Goku. Like, that was bullshit. How the hell he get that strong that fast? Notice no one's complaining about that. No one's saying the power scaling fuck with Gohan. Gohan can get a pass, but the Universe 6 Saiyans can't. Even though they fuse using Batara earrings, people saying that if Goku can't beat them in Super Saiyan Blues, they're going to quit watching the show. But Gohan is seemingly rivaling Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and Goku used Kaioken against Ultimate Gohan. And people were just having an orgasm. They loved the episode. Like, people need to stop being so biased. And if Gohan gets a new transformation, even if it's not like Super Saiyan Blue, because let's keep it real, if he get a new transformation, it's gonna be godlike. Like the power scaling of the form is gonna be like godlike. Gohan get a new transformation. No one would say it's an ass pull. No one would call that an ass pull. But people will call Super Saiyan Rage Trunks an ass pull. If Vegeta gets a new transformation, no one will call it an ass pull. People keep using the word ass pull or power scaling when it's convenient. And that's just how I feel about it. And this is all I want to say. Let me know what y'all think. This is the hypocrisy of power scaling and ass pull sayers. And peace.